Do you have a story to share with the world? Of course you do. We all have stories to share. An Anchor podcast allows you to share your interests in a way that connects to others all across the globe. If you have been considering starting your own podcast and don't know where to begin, Anchor makes it easy to record, edit, and publish with the click of a button. You can even add music. Whether it's crime dramas, self-improvement, paranormal adventures, or tips about parenting, you too can share your unique imprint on the world. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. You've got this. I believe in you. Welcome to the Existential Empath Podcast. My name is Tanya, and I am an intuitive empath. My intention is to share valuable tools and techniques that I have learned so you can tap into your own inner healer naturally and intuitively. We are being absolutely bombarded on a daily basis with stressors that tax us emotionally. And so I have come up with several different ways to help us get through that process so we can keep our vibe high and we can attract the things that we want into our life that bring us joy and happiness. So the first thing that you need to do in order to emotionally detox your life is to decrease the number of distractions that you have. And I know sometimes that can be really difficult, but let me go through some of the ways that I have been able to decrease certain distractions and see if these are some things that could apply to you to help you raise your vibe and emotionally detox. So number one, television. I come from a background of advertising and marketing, so a lot of the classes that I took revolved around subliminal messaging. And until I took those classes, I had no idea that I was being programmed through several different ways, through television, through radio, through commercials, and all of those different concepts that we watch on a regular basis. We may not even realize that we could have the television on in another room and we could be focusing on cooking dinner and we are still getting subliminally programmed through the television. So there is a lot of things that we can do is just, don't watch the commercials. Sometimes a lot of that programming is in the commercials. I'm a really big fan of on demand or taping it on a DVR, recording it. So that way I can just fast forward through those commercials. And you will notice that those commercials will get louder as a little bit louder than the program, and that's to draw your attention to them. And then in the background, there's a lot of subliminal messages that are going on, and they're also going on through these TV programs as well. So just be very consciously aware of the programs that you're watching. Are you watching things that create anxiety in your life? Do you notice that when you watch a show, you have a hard time falling asleep afterwards? It could be because you're being subliminally programmed, and it's creating in your subconscious mind certain emotions that are coming to the surface that you aren't even really realizing are happening, and you think that you're decompressing watching these shows, but really it's kind of amping you up in the background. So be very consciously aware of what you're watching on television, and really try to limit the amount of television that you're watching if you can possibly do that. Another thing that you can do to decrease your distractions is social media. Okay, so for me, my Facebook page many years ago used to be really stressful. I was getting all of these things thrown at me and I felt like I wasn't in control. I decided to take control of my Facebook page. I started unfollowing people and pages that just weren't bringing me joy, that may have causing me anxiety or stress when I would look at my Facebook page. I started to turn off the alerts. If I was getting alerted by certain things, I started to turn them off. And what that reminded me of is when I worked in a hospital setting, I would walk into the unit and all these bells and whistles were going off, and I noticed that my anxiety would increase because of all of the sounds around me. So you have control over those sounds and what's going on, with your particular social media. Unfollow the drama and all the negativity. If you have certain friends who are posting all the time about dramatic things or they're just super negative, unfollow them. They don't realize that you've unfollowed them. You don't have to unfriend them, just unfollow them or snooze them for 30 days. You'll begin to notice that when you start to eliminate those things on your social media page, it'll actually be enjoyable to follow your Instagram or your Facebook page. For me, I like to follow things that make me happy, peaceful things, nice things, things that have positive, uplifting spirit behind them. So you absolutely have control of all of your social media. You just need to sit down and prioritize and go through it and unfollow those things that aren't bringing you joy. Another way to decrease your distractions is your cell phone. A lot of my friends are like, oh, I get all these news alerts on my cell phone. I don't get news alerts on my cell phone because I shut them off. I don't need those news alerts. I want to be in control of what I read and the information that's coming to me. If I want to go find out something, then I'm going to go into the internet and research it myself. I don't need all of these things being pushed at me. That's causing me stress. That's causing me anxiety. So turn off your news alerts. You can totally do that. Turn off your ringer. You don't really realize how much that ringer will spark something in your subconscious mind. For me specifically, if I hear certain ringtones, it reminds me of a person. So we are subconsciously being programmed by those ringers and those ringtones. Turn on vibrate, so much more calmer, so much more smoother, or find some sort of a ringtone that sounds nice and relaxing, not something that's like, meh, meh, meh. When you go to pay at the, at the cash register and that thing starts buzzing at you and beeping at you, that creates anxiety in the background in your subconscious mind. Don't sleep with the phone next to your head. Not only is it very distracting and it takes away from your natural REM cycle if those alarms are going off, it also is shooting out artificial electromagnetic frequencies that are really, really bad for you. You do not want your phone next to your head. Set it somewhere in your bedroom. You can put it, on a different table or on your dresser or somewhere else, but turn off that ringer. You can keep your vibrate on, the vibrate mode on if you feel like you have to keep it on. But what's happening is as you're getting those alerts, you're breaking up your sleep throughout the night, and that's causing distractions. So you're not having a good night's rest. Another way to decrease your distractions is to avoid office gossip and negativity. If you find yourself really being involved in that and engaging in it, then don't engage in it. It's causing more anxiety and more stress on a subconscious level. So if you can step away from that or just not participate in it, what's going to happen is you aren't going to attract it anymore into your life. Those people who are bringing you that negativity and that gossip are going to be the ones who are feeding off of your energy. So the more that you participate or you engage, you are handing over your energy to those individuals. So just shut it off. Just don't participate. Another way is to just avoid the personal drama in general. Do not engage at all, whether it's at work or at home. What's happening is every time you engage, it lowers your vibration. It sucks away your vital life force energy. So just don't hand that over to those people. They're waiting for you to engage. That's where they're at. That's the vibration that they're at. And if you're not engaging in it, then you are going to raise your vibration. And then in return is also going to help emotionally detox you so you don't have those types of things attracting into your life. Another way that you can detox emotionally to raise your personal vibration is to spend more time in nature. I cannot emphasize this enough. I know I've stated this in many of my episodes in the past, to get outside into nature, ground, earth, okay? Get on the earth. The Schumann resonance is the earth's natural frequency, okay? The human brain has the same frequency as the earth, but when we are surrounded by artificial electromagnetic frequencies like our Wi-Fi or our Bluetooth, or you're in an office all day under fluorescent lighting, it messes up your energetic system. So you can actually, get your natural frequency can become very distorted. So when you go out and spend time in nature, put your feet on the earth, actually touch a tree, take a walk, breathe in the fresh air, it resets your natural energetic system. which makes you feel so much better. I mean, many of you can probably say when you actually take the time to get out and spend time in nature, you feel better, you feel lighter, you feel happier. It's because your energy is being cleansed, it's being lifted, your vibration is raising. And it's one of the best ways that you can do to emotionally detox. Some of you may find when you go out into nature, you start crying. I know with me, there's been many a times I've gone on vacation and I've sat in the mountains and I've just wept and wept and wept. That was my emotional detox. It was me aligning myself with the Schumann resonance, the Earth's natural frequency, and I was starting to discard some of those lower density emotions and feelings. And I was feeling better and better because I was releasing all of that low, dense garbage. Another way that you can spend time in nature and also emotionally detox is to grow and pick your own food. This is one thing that I've really enjoyed doing here since I've moved to Spokane, is they have so many local farms and I can actually go out and pick my own produce. I absolutely love it. Not only am I spending some time in nature, but I'm actually able to pick my food and choose it and know where it's coming from. I absolutely enjoy that. So if you have the opportunity to do that in your area, I would highly suggest it. And take your kids with you. Kids just love that kind of stuff. Get out there, meet your farmers, and pick your own food. Grow it at home if you have that. If you have that green thumb, which me, I don't. It's not something that is one of my strengths. But if I did, I would probably love it. Grow your own herbs and produce and food. That getting your hands into the dirt is one of the best things that you can do to reset your energy and balance out your emotions as well. Another thing you can do is to take pretty walks. If you have areas near you that you can actually drive to and take a nice walk to see some beautiful scenery, get out of the city, go to the country and take some beautiful walks in nature. Not only are you breathing in that fresh air, but you're also seeing it. So it's tuning into a lot of your different senses, and it's allowing you to just disconnect and reconnect with nature. Sometimes we have to disconnect from all of the hustle and bustle of our lives in an effort to reconnect with nature. So just get out of the city. Take a vacation. When was the last time that you actually took a vacation to somewhere in nature? Maybe gone camping or glamping if you're not into camping. Just getting out. And I know they have these beautiful cabins now that have glass enclosures where you can actually sleep under the stars. Looks so amazing. Get outside. Take a vacation that is not stressful. Many of us go on vacation, we go to Disney or we go somewhere that's super stressful. Why do we do that to ourselves? Go somewhere that's quiet and serene, where you can sit by a nice babbling brook, or somewhere that you can visualize the mountains or sit on the beach, just really soaking it in and taking in the beauty of nature. Another way that we can emotionally detox is to utilize natural healing modalities, okay? These are ways that we can totally raise our vibration. Many of us are so overstimulated emotionally, and all of these triggers start to set us off, right? So the more emotional we are, the more we're getting triggered and triggered and triggered. But when we're getting triggered, it means that things are coming to the surface to be released. But when they come to the surface and we totally ignore them and stuff them down, then all that's happening is we're just shoving it back in the pot, right? And it's like if you were to make popcorn on the stove and you've got the lid on it and the popcorn's starting to push the lid up and we're cramming that lid right back down, right? No, that's not going to do anything. The popcorn is still going to push up because it wants to be released. So that's very similar to our emotions, right? So when we don't allow those emotions to bubble to the surface and release, then all we're doing is cramming them back in there. So there's several different modalities that we can learn that help us to release those emotions so we can emotionally detox. One of them is EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. And what EFT tapping does is it actually is a stress relief exercise based on the combined principles of acupressure, not needles acupuncture, but acupressure, and also modern psychology. So as you're tapping on certain acupressure points, you're stating what is going on in your body, and you are moving that energy out. You are releasing that energy. And it has been used for more than 5,000 years, and it is validated by more than 60 different scientific studies. So it's really, really cool. If you want to see some examples of EFT tapping, then go ahead and visit my YouTube channel, The Soul Cafe. I have several of them out there, specifically some for anxiety and releasing trauma. So EFT tapping is a fantastic modality that is very, very beneficial and super simple for you to utilize. Another way that we can totally emotionally detox is to practice self-care. I cannot emphasize this enough. We as a society have been trained from a very, very young age to take care of others first. And when we take care of ourselves, we feel guilty or we feel selfish. And it's really the opposite. We need to fill our own cup before we can help fill others' cups, okay? So we get to a point of exhaustion where we just keep, caring for others, and then we completely deplete ourselves. Our immune system goes down, our vibration lowers, we're miserable, we become depressed, we become anxious. There's so many different things that can happen when we start to struggle with compassion fatigue or emotional burnout. So one of the ways that I have been utilizing self-care for myself is every single month I pick one different healing modality that I can try. So I've done massage, visceral manipulation, cryotherapy, cupping, and some of the new ones I want to try are acupuncture. I haven't done that yet. I've done reflexology. There's so many different things that you can do. And if you want some ideas, then also check out my YouTube channel. I've got some ideas on there that you can kind of help you along on that natural healing path if you're really interested in learning more about different modalities. But for me, it's been really fun. I've gotten a chance to not only take care of myself, but meet new people, meet people who are also interested in natural healing. And it's been really, really wonderful for me. So self-care doesn't have to be this grandiose going to the spa, spending $500. You can just take a nice walk, 30 minutes by yourself. Pull out your journal and journal a little bit. Sit quietly alone and read a good book. These are things that help you to decompress from the stressors of everyday life and allow you to help yourself emotionally balance and stay in harmony with your mind, body, and your spirit, okay? So another way that you can emotionally detox is to choose healthy choices, all right? And that starts with our food. We want it, when we eat better, we feel better, right? So garbage in, garbage out. If you have the option to choose organic, I highly prefer choosing organic. Now, you don't have to have all foods organic. I would encourage you to Google the Dirty Dozen. There are 12 to 15 different fruits and veggies that are most preferable for organics, but you don't have to break the bank to buy a ton of organics. You just really need to be more health conscious. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Eat things that are better for your body, that have a living life force in them, that can help you to heal and naturally balance out your energetic system. Creating a good positive work-life balance. Stop putting in those long hours if it's burning you out. I mean, what are you doing? Are you working 80 hours a week and you're getting home and you're just not enjoying your life? Who wants to do that? Take a look at that and try to prioritize your lifestyle. Try to make a little bit more balance between your work and your play, and you will begin to notice that you may notice things in your life that you hadn't noticed before, because oftentimes when we're overworked and overstressed, we're on autopilot and we aren't even looking at the things around us. We aren't even recognizing what's the beauty in the world. I know for me, it was just like I was just going to work, coming home, going to work stressed out, coming home stressed out, and I wasn't actually tuning in to the world around me. I was just kind of in my own little tunnel. So try to create some balance there. Follow your passions. Try to do something, once a week, once a month, that brings that spark into your life. What are you passionate about? Maybe it's painting, maybe it's singing, maybe it's exercising, whatever it is, do something that you're passionate about. The more you do that, the more you are in alignment with your soul's highest purpose, the more you raise your vibration. And protect your energy. Who do you spend the most time with? Are they fueling you? Are they depleting you? Hang out with people that make you feel good. Do things that bring you joy in your life. Hang out with people that bring you joy in your life. Emotions are our messengers. And if you ignore that emotion, then you're missing out on that message. So the more that we, start to become consciously aware of what our emotions are, to get off of that autopilot mode and to be more conscious of those emotions bubbling to the surface, then we can heal them, we can release them, we can let them go.
You deserve to navigate your life as an empath in alignment with health, happiness, and abundance. To learn more about the services that I provide, including Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis, EFT tapping, and the emotion code, visit my website at www.thesoulcafe.org.